Welcome to Challenge Your Brain, the channel that asks the questions others avoid and explores the answers that matter. If you're ready to see the world a little differently, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Multitasking sounds like a superpower. Answer emails while in meetings, listen to a podcast while replying to texts, cook while watching a documentary. In a world obsessed with productivity, doing more at once feels efficient. It's often seen as a badge of honor, especially in fast-paced work environments or among parents juggling home, kids, and jobs. Some even claim they thrive on multitasking, saying it keeps their mind active, helps them avoid boredom, or boosts their creativity. And in some situations, it can be helpful, like pairing physical tasks with mental ones. But does multitasking actually work the way we think it does? Here's the truth. What we call multitasking is usually task switching. The brain isn't doing two things at once, it's bouncing back and forth rapidly between tasks. And every switch comes at a cost. A study from Stanford University found that people who multitask frequently are actually worse at filtering information, remembering details, and switching between tasks efficiently. In fact, multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Why? Because of what researchers call switching costs. The mental load of reorienting yourself to a new task over and over. And it's not just about productivity. Multitasking can lead to more mistakes, higher stress, and mental fatigue, especially when tasks involve decision-making or problem-solving. So, despite its shiny appeal, multitasking often delivers less, not more. But what about people who say they function better because they multitask? Here's where it gets nuanced. Some people with ADHD, for instance, find focusing on a single task difficult. They may switch between tasks as a coping mechanism, because monotasking feels painful. However, even in those cases, studies suggest that training focus and structuring tasks can still improve outcomes. Multitasking may feel more natural, but isn't necessarily more effective long-term. And what about gender? There's a long-standing belief that women are better multitaskers, but science says not really. Most research finds no significant cognitive difference between genders in multitasking ability. The myth likely stems from social roles, not biology. Women have historically had to juggle more responsibilities, not because their brains are wired differently, but because society expected it. So is multitasking always bad? No, but it depends on the type of tasks. Examples of good multitasking include combining a physical and mental task, like walking and brainstorming, or going for a passive and active combo, like cleaning while listening to a podcast. And what are examples of bad multitasking? Perform two tasks that require thinking, like texting while writing, or going for task combos that involve judgment, focus, or creativity, like driving while calling, even hands-free. If both tasks require the same cognitive resources, you're splitting your mental energy and likely doing both worse. So, what do you think? Is multitasking a useful skill or a productivity myth we all fell for? And in your own life, when does multitasking help and when does it hurt? Let's talk about it in the comments. Your perspective could change someone's workday. Thanks for watching Challenge Your Brain. If this episode helped you rethink how you work, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who thinks doing more always means doing better. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep challenging the obvious.